What is going on, guys? It is the Superfan Sports Spiel, episode 6. And today we are joined by Jack the Yankee Fan Zero. Let's give him a round of applause.
Man, I feel so happy. People actually want me to be on their podcast.
Apparently, it took myself, I kind of had to convince myself to let you on, but I was like, all right, we'll have
All right,
Jack on.
that's mean. Whatever. Okay. All right.
Jack, how's your Saturday going?
It's been all right. I spent most of the day working, so I'm kind of tired, but I'm here. I'm ready to go.
All right, you better be ready.
I am ready.
There's no messing around on the Superfan Sports Spiel. So.
Trust me. I've been listening, so I know.
Okay. Jack, how are your Giants doing? How do you feel about the Giants?
Thank God we're in the NFC least, but we're looking pretty well. Our defense is obviously our offense is just a shit show. Yeah, we had a pretty easy stretch playing the Eagles, the Bengals, the Redskins, but you know what? A win's a win at the end of the day. Look at the Steelers. That's their season motto, you know? Yeah, we're going to be playing the Seahawks. And honestly, with Daniel Jones, I feel like we could pull off an offset. Texas legend Colt McCoy, not so sure about it. But yeah, let's hope we can. The schedule starts getting a little tougher now. So hopefully we can pull off an upset or two and make our way in the playoffs. It'd be nice to win the division. I know we're not going to go any much further, but it'd be cool to win a division for once.
Yeah, what's the status on Daniel Jones? I haven't been paying attention.
I don't know. I know it's his hamstring, so he's doubtful. So he's doubtful for this week. So it looks like we're going Colt McCoy against the Seahawks, but I don't think it's going to be anything super serious. I expect him personally back. Hamstrings usually take a week or two to. Hamstring issues usually go away in a week or two or so. So unless he like re-aggravates it or something, he should be back by whatever week it is after this week, next week.
Yeah. Okay, so I heard you say the words, a win is a win. So now I have to ask Nick. Nick, are those the words you would say to use, are those the words you would use to describe today's Kansas basketball game?
I don't know. I just think we had like no training camp. So, these games are all just a learning experience. I feel like as many of these games against bad teams you can get is going to help you in the long run. So, if this tight game, we still won. If this tight game can teach us something in the long run, I think it was worth it. And we still got the win. So
that is true. Especially like college basketball nowadays, there's a lot of freshmen doing one and done. There's a lot of people like that. So you're having like a brand new team with transfers and stuff like every single year. So that's why it's good for them to play against these like smaller schools to get the chemistry down. And it's actually, even though the game didn't look pretty, they came back in the end. They worked hard, and that's going to probably be helpful for them in the future.
Yeah, to provide some context for the listeners, Kansas won a narrow one between them and North Dakota State in 0-4 North Dakota State, but they did win the ball game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it because it's on ESPN Plus, and who pays for that? Come on. So, yeah, Kansas just edging out North Dakota State. Jack, what are your thoughts on the Yankees offseason so far?
I'm a little paranoid. Every day that DJ doesn't sign, I just think he's not going to sign. And now I'm seeing that he wants to stay in New York, and the Mets are high up there, and that's a little scary to me. However, as much as I want DJ LeMahieu, I know he's probably going to sign for like a 5-year contract, 5, maybe even 6-year. Like someone that really wants him gets really greedy, they might go a 6-year. And a player that's 32 years old, it might not be the best idea. So, don't get me wrong, I love DJ LeMahieu, one of my favorite players on the Yankees. He's been the MVP of the team for the past 2 years. But if we're not going to get a player friendly, obviously it's not going to be a team friendly deal because he plays like a top 15 player. But I just don't think he's going to be able to keep this type of progression up during age 33, 34, 35, 36. So if we're paying him 150 million over 5-6 years, I don't know. I personally don't think that's worth it. When we can have like a bunch of other young stars coming up, we can be paying them, but we can't because we're stuck in that DJ LeMahieu contract with the Stanton. So I'm trying to look at like the good things. Obviously, everyone wants to keep DJ LeMahieu on the Yankees, but if like the Mets sign him or anyone signs him for like a crap load of money with his age, we might hate it now. We are going to hate it now if it happens, but maybe in the long run, it's like, you know what? Maybe we dodged a bullet. So I could see, obviously everyone's going to be upset now, but it might not be the worst thing in the long run.
Yeah, I'm hearing he wants to come back to the north side. The team that drafted him gave him a chance in the majors. So, as reported by Barstool Carl. So,
Yes, very, very credible source.
yeah,
Very good.
he's definitely a great insider source. So, I think the Cubs are probably going to sign him for a veterans minimum. You know, probably win a World Series. That's
You
how
signed
it goes.
Tulowitzki to a veterans minimum like 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
look how that turned out. He never
Yeah.
played again.
Yeah. All right, Jack. So, I guess people want to hear more about the drama. So we didn't
Oh,
talk about that.
God.
We didn't talk about it last episode. So we'll return it here.
Ah, man.
Who who you got? Are you team Philly Cole or team Scott?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like there's like Scott. Again, Scott has been my follower. Like I remember Scott being my follower when I had no followers. He was in my first lives, been in all my lives, like all the time. So he's like one of my loyal supporters. But the thing with Scott is he can take things a little. He's gonna get really mad. He's gonna get like flip out on me after I say all this stuff. But he gets a little overreact sometimes. Like the whole thing about I don't really know. I know that he kind of like Cole like raged quit at MLB The Show, but like listen, I get very pissed off when I play the show. I've rage quitted in the show 2K, and I mean, what pretty much just comes about that is that like I just get made fun of for like the next 2 days, and that's it. Like it doesn't go like anything past that. It's not like something that like destroys like a friendship, but like he's kind of like overreacting about it. Like, dude, whatever, he rage quit, he sucks. Just make fun of him for it for a little. Don't go crazy about it. Honestly, like the drama is definitely a little childish, but I can understand Cole too. Like his feelings. What? Oh, what?
This is the most mature thing that's ever happened on the history of MLB TikTok. I don't know
Honestly,
what
it
you're talking about.
probably is. But anyway, I can understand how Cole feels too, because I mean, when they're fighting and Scott has all these followers, 25,000 followers, and a lot of people are dislike Cole just because Scott does. And there's a lot of people that are like trashing on his content and stuff. And I mean, he only has like 1,000 followers, so obviously people are going to take Scott's side. I mean, I've seen like his lives always get banned, and I'm pretty sure Scott's a reason for that. And on my lives, Cole was always in there, and I used to say, Cole, why do you never talk in my lives? It's like, come on. I used to like yell at him, like as a joke, obviously. I'm like, Cole, you just come in here and you don't say anything. I'm saying hi to you. You don't say hi back. And then I realized one day he was muted this entire time. I never muted him. It was Scott, because I gave Scott moderator privileges, and Scott muted him. So I was like, wow, I feel like a dick now. But yeah, I mean, I really just hope that 2 terms can come to like civil ends. Honestly, I hope that Scott and Cole can honestly make up. And I always had this theory, and this theory was that this was all made up, and they both did this for publicity. I don't think it's true now that other people are getting involved in stuff, but I always had that theory because I always felt like Scott and like Cole just like did that for like buzz to get clout. But now that it's like gets deeper in and like more people are involved, I don't know.
Well, I would have to disagree with you saying that you want them to reach civil ends because you were the one saying they should have a boxing match in your backyard. So
I mean, friends can box. I think you should too. You two should box too.
I don't know. I think
I'm not gonna lie. I have my money on Nick.
well, Nick's a weight class above me, so I would put my money on Nick too.
Yeah, well, he could cut weight and he'll still beat you.
Okay, we'll see how that happens. I mean, I first want to see Scott versus Cole in your backyard, and I'll fly out to go see that.
I don't know if that's legal, having children fight in my backyard.
Well, it's gonna happen. We'll take it down to the basement with all the rest of your children, and then it'll be even more illegal.
Yes, will.
All right. So I asked you if you want Scott to be on the podcast today, and you said no. Scott's very mad.
I know he's mad, and it's nothing against him. I would love to be on the podcast with Scott. Jack just wants to have his own clout, you know. Like I don't want to I'm fine with Scott. We were doing the Omegle thing, and he was I was on live. He was doing the Omegle thing. He was the first follower I had that I knew that came up, and I was flipping out. I was like, holy shit, it's Scott, and there's no way. I couldn't believe it because it was sports. It was such a general thing. So there's probably thousands of people that were looking for sports people, and then I got Scott, and I was like, no way. But again, I want to have my own time, and then if you want to have me back in the future with Scott, then I'll do it with Scott. But Cole went alone. Scott went alone. I don't think it's too much to ask for me to have my own time as well.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Scott. I don't think he understood that, but is it right? So, what's your brother Patrick doing on a day like today?
He's probably studying game film for tomorrow. You know.
Just to let everyone know, Jack's brother is Patrick Mahomes, and Jack calls himself Jackson Mahomes. I don't know why he likes calling himself that. I
No,
can kind of see.
I call myself
the,
Jack. Jack. That's me.
I see the similarities. To be honest, you guys are both very flamboyant.
Whoa, that's over the line. Like the line's here, and you're like there. Jeez.
I'm just saying what I see.
Okay, sure you are.
Do you still want your 90 seconds to talk about Kanye West? Because
Nah, nah, I'm all right without that. I'll just say that Kanye is the greatest rapper of all time. If you disagree, you're wrong. No one has ever made music as good as he did, and that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, that was a special request. You told me you wanted 90 seconds.
I did say I wanted 90 seconds, but honestly, I was going to prepare something, but I was just too tired after work, so I didn't.
I think Mario Judah is definitely starting to elevate over him.
Not yet. He still needs a year or two.
I think he's definitely got some potential.
He does.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets? What's the outlook for their season?
I think they're going to be really good this year. James Harden or not, I think they're going to have a solid year because we got guys like Kyrie, Kevin Durant. These are ISO guys, ball dominant guys. And if they get it going, they're obviously defenses are probably going to start double teaming them. Well, if you double team them, we're going to get our shooters like Joe Harris. And we just got Landry Shamet, who's also another great shooter open. And when they're open, they'll just burn you from deep. An issue with that I think might happen, or the Nets might have, is defense. Guys like Kyrie Irving's not a very good perimeter defender. Obviously, he's not a good interior defender. He's like 6'2", 6'3", whatever. Kevin Durant is also the biggest question mark is, can Kevin Durant play at the ability that he's been playing at with the Warriors after coming off a torn Achilles? I think if he's at least 60%, 70%, the Nets are still going to be a great team because we still got players like Jared Allen. We got players like Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. These are great three guys that, unless we trade them for James Harden, which I don't think it's going to really happen anymore. I think that was just kind of like a highlight or like a big news story that's just kind of going to drift away. Yeah, these are all guys that are great role players and can go off. Like we've seen with Karis LeVert score 50 points against Boston. Spencer Dinwiddie, he has some great handles too. He's a great finisher at the rim. And, I think the Nets can be a finals contender this year. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of talent in the East, the Celtics, the Bucks, especially the Bucks after acquiring Drew Holiday and Bogdanovich. But they're right in it. They're right in it if they stay healthy.
Yeah, my concern with the Nets is just that I don't know if their additions are going to be able to cancel out the guys that departed, like Garrett Temple, who came to the Bulls and is probably going to be an all-star caliber player this year.
He's a 3-and-D guy, more 3 than D.
Whoa!
But he's not like
you took this. You took this the wrong direction, Jack.
He's not all right. If you want to think Garrett Temple's the best player ever, enjoy being at the bottom of the standings.
Well, Jack, with the play-in tournament this year. Not Duke. Bulls will easily. The Bulls are easily going to make the play-in tournament, and just trust me.
Garrett
Billy
Temple
Donovan.
will lead us there.
Garrett Temple. Yeah.
I
don't know. I mean, there's some good teams in the East this year. I don't think anyone. It's still not as deep as the West, but there are some good teams in the East. You got the Hawks now. The Hornets they might be a team contending for that play-in tournament. I think the Knicks, honestly, I feel like I say this every year, but the Knicks could surprise some people. I always say that, but they never do. So I'm not going to say that this year.
No, they won't. They're not going to.
I also think Obi Toppin wasn't the best pick for them. I mean, he just can't play defense.
People saw his dunk highlights and hopped on the train.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you mentioned the Hawks. Bulls got the Hawks opening night, and Bulls are gonna probably beat them by like 40.
Oh, I'm sure that won't happen, but
in the United Center, Billy Donovan's head coaching debut for the Bulls. I mean, Kobe White. I mean, Zach.
I love Kobe White.
Of course you do. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
But what was it? 2 years ago, Zach LaVine dropped 49, Trey Young dropped 50, and went into 4 overtimes, and the Bulls came out on top.
I feel like Zach LaVine's a very underrated player, and he just because he's playing in Chicago and they're not really doing much, they don't really. He's obviously a phenomenal scorer. He could be a little better on defense, but he's still a good player.
Oh, we're doing plenty over here in Chicago, Jack. We're doing plenty.
I mean, the Bears, the Cubs are all going
Whoa.
downhill.
Whoa, the Cubs. Are you kidding me? World Series this year, I'm telling you. Coming off that division win, that's gonna give us momentum.
They're about to go on another 108-year drought.
That's just cap, Jack.
All right.
I
Maybe like
agree with that
maybe like a 50-year drought. Honestly, I feel like out of all of our teams, I think the White Sox are probably going to win the World Series first.
Just love to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the Yankees, like 2017, I was like, the Yankees are going to win one soon. Now I'm like, I don't know. I mean, of course I want to. I'm going to root for them. They're going to be my picks if they look like contenders. But every single year, it just because like it's the end of the road. It's almost the end of the road for guys like Judge, Stan. They're getting old. Stan's over 30. I think Judge is like 28, 29. Chapman's just terrible. We got to get rid of him. I mean, Glaber's still young. We got Jason Dominguez in the minors, or not in the minors, but he's like up and coming. But other than him, our prospects are complete trash. They're terrible. We have a terrible farm. So it's not looking good.
Yeah, I bet you wish you were on the north side of Chicago.
I don't wish I was in Chicago at all.
No, you do. It's cold. Isn't New York cold?
Yeah, but now it's called Chicago.
Okay, well, you can never win with this guy.
Also, what else was I gonna say? I don't remember. If I remember, I'll get back. Oh yeah. So I say like 2021, 2022. If we don't win a World Series in 2021 or 2022, it's going to be a long time before the Yankees win again. They're not going to win this decade if it's not those 2 years.
Really, you already have predictions for 2029?
I don't know. Like the Yankees, they just don't have any farm. I mean, they're just going to buy every free agent, but I just don't see him. Like they have Garrett Cole to a long contract, but we have no pitching. Our bullpen is not as strong as it was. And again, these are going to be times when all of our players are old, and it's going to be like another rebuilding year, like we had in 2014 through 2016, where our team is just like, obviously it's like good enough to have like a positive record, a record over 500, but we're not going to make the playoffs. We're just like just above average.
I saw that I think it was the Yankees GM was going out to dinner with Trevor Bauer. I saw that on Twitter. I don't know if that's true.
Really? I didn't see that. I don't think that means anything.
Well,
it's just some like probably like negotiations, like starting like meetup talks, just to get to know each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been texting with Trevor Bauer. He said he's coming to the north side. It just has to go on paper at this point.
But yeah, a verbal commitment right now.
Me and him are close, so he told me he's coming to the north side.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when the Bears drafted Mitch Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes? I don't know why, but that just came to my head.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not as mad. Okay, believe it or not, I'm not as mad that the Bears didn't draft Mahomes. I'm more mad that they didn't draft Watson because
Mahomes, no one knew Mahomes was going to be that good.
Yeah, but at the time it was like, how do you think Mitch Trubisky is going to be better than Deshaun Watson?
No, everyone knew. It's like everyone was like, how like about the Giants when they took Daniel Jones, like how do you not take Dwayne Haskins? But Dwayne Haskins also sucks, so
yeah,
it's not as big.
I was never on the Dwayne Haskins hype train.
I wasn't either. I have my friends were, because actually I'm going to lie about. I'm completely lying. I was on the Dwayne Haskins hype train, but I didn't hate the Daniel Jones pick as much as other people did.
I loved it. He's a Blue Devil.
Yeah, I know. The worst pick in Giants history is probably Eric Flowers. He is just goddamn awful.
Yeah.
Eli Apple was not very good either.
Yeah, he's what team is he even on now? Is he still on the Saints or something?
I think he's on the Saints still.
Yeah, I think he's on the Saints.
Yeah. But speaking of Ohio State quarterbacks, I would love to see the Bears take Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. I don't think he'll be available for the Bears pick. What's the Bears record right now?
5-6.
Yeah, he's not going to be there. He's going to be
Yeah.
taking.
We're gonna have to trade up. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to trade up to like the second pick.
Because the Jaguars and the Jets probably have the first two on lock, and I feel like they're both taking Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. I honestly think Justin Fields is going to be better in the NFL than Trevor Lawrence. I'm not on the Trevor
Really?
Lawrence hype train, not at all.
That is a
I've heard a lot
bold.
of people say that too.
I think that's quite bold.
I mean, you look at him. He goes from going from playing with the best coach, probably it's the top two of coaches in college football, Dabo Swinney. It's between him and Nick Saban. Probably one of the best systems. The system is pretty much built for him. And then he's going to the Jets.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's rough. I mean, a lot of these quarterbacks are being put in like these situations. I don't know. I mean, he has the intangibles, but like we saw him play. Who did he play? LSU. He wasn't that good when he played against like a top tier defense. I mean, he plays in the ACC. He's not. I mean, this year it's not bad because they play against Notre Dame. The ACC's doesn't have that great teams.
Well, he actually didn't play against Notre Dame just yet because.
Because they had the backup in. He had COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he did.
He'll see him in the ACC.
You should see him unless something crazy happens. We'll probably see him in the ACC championship.
Yeah, I got Clemson 75, Notre Dame
0.
10. Yeah, probably 0 actually.
0. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Notre Dame is
All right.
overrated.
All right. Keep saying it. Keep saying. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of been like, yeah, they are a little overrated, but this year I feel they're actually like solid. Ian Book for Heisman. Okay, he's not.
Yeah,
really.
I think they're the fourth best team, but that's because there's so many bad teams this year.
Yeah. I think Florida is really good. I think they're gonna win the SEC. Hot take.
Really?
I think they're gonna beat Alabama.
Really?
I'm also saying that because I hate Alabama. I don't want to see them prosper.
I could see Florida winning it, honestly. I think they're underrated as well.
They're very underrated.
Who's their loss to?
Who's their loss to?
I'll just.
Texas A&M, maybe.
I'll give it a quick Google search.
I think my guess would be Texas A&M.
I gotta ask because according to his the duet you made of me, the college basketball questions, you said you were a Monmouth guy, right?
Yes,
And then-
Monmouth University.
And then Nick's a Kansas guy. And if we remember back to last year when Kansas and Monmouth
Yeah.
played each other, that one guy decided to steal
George Pappas.
Yeah, that's what I thought his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that guy?
Not really. I mean, I one of my friends had class with him, but like we don't really like friends with anyone on the basketball team. I know a few people on our football team, but not basketball. But that was pretty dope. Obviously, because we're a smaller school, we don't really get the chance to play teams like Kansas. I think 2 years ago we played Kentucky at MSG at Madison Square Garden, and I mean, obviously, a guy like at Monmouth, you want to like kind of like take in it's like one of the biggest games of your college career, so you want to like make it memorable. And honestly, that is one of the. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but you play till the final whistle, and you're never gonna get an opportunity like that again. So you might as well take it.
So you were a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
What was Nick's opinion on it?
I kind of wish Silvio hit Greg Pappas in the face with the chair, but I didn't even see it live because like the game was over, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just opened up Instagram and saw it.
Yeah. So one team in our conference, Iona, their new head coach is Rick Pitino.
Yes.
I know. I'm a little scared to play them this year.
Why?
Rick Pitino's a pretty damn good coach.
He likes hookers.
Yeah, he does.
Jack, I saw your Snapchat story yesterday. It looked like you were having a irresponsible night. What's that about?
It's not irresponsible. I'm 21 years old. I'm in my own house. I'm not driving. I'm drinking responsibly.
Should I pull up the Snapchat story, make sure it's all clean? Wait, what about that one time you were in my live and we were doing a trivia?
I was also home during that, and I was searching up all the answers.
Really? So
yes, but I was good enough to search up all the answers. I mean, I was typing it in right, and I was typing it in right on the chat. And there's not a doubt in my mind that when we do trivia, anyone does trivia, everyone cheats in it. There's not a single doubt in my mind.
Not a chance. That's just
I
wrong.
respect Say Hey Angel.
Exactly. I was just about to say no. There's no way Say Hey Angel is cheating.
All right, everyone else is. Angel is not. Angel's just a genius. Pedro Martinez is the smartest person alive.
Yeah, I saw his TikTok. His TikTok today. He called Nick and I the goats. So
He did. He called me Buddy Murphy. He's a wrestler in the WWE, which I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. And my last name's also Murphy, so I don't think he knew that. I think that was just coincidence.
All right. Well, I got one last question for you, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Who are you taking in a match, Cole or Scott?
Oof. Wingspan length is a big factor in boxing. I'm going Cole.
Whoa.
Sorry, Scott.
Oh, Scott is not going to be happy.
He's not, but
wow.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going the distance, but I think Cole's going to edge him out at the end.
Why? Okay.
I think he's going to land more punches because he's longer. I think Scott can handle them all, but I just don't think he's going to be able to reach him.
I think. Why does everyone talk about the measurements and the reach? We don't even.
I don't know. I think Cole's taller. I've heard Cole was tall, and I heard Scott wasn't.
He was like 6. He said he was like a little bit over 6 foot, and Scott said he was like 5'10".
Yeah,
that's actually not that like. That's not like that big of an advantage, especially because like you could be 5'10" with a longer wingspan than somebody with 6'1".
We'll have to get official measurements.
Yeah, once I'm saying Cole for now, but if I get official measurements, if Scott is like not, I'm gonna say if it's the measurements are closer. I have a ninja star in my hand. I don't know if you noticed that. I have a if the measurements are closer than I think it would be, I'm gonna change to Scott. But right now I'm sticking to Cole.
I think it depends on if it's Christmas Cole or just normal Cole. Because I mean, Christmas Cole is just a different breed.
Cole is not losing. If he has that Santa hat on, it's like Hoodie Mellow, you know.
Yeah, Christmas Cole. You don't want to mess with that guy.
No, I wouldn't mess with Christmas Cole.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. That was at JackTheYankeeFan 0 on TikTok. Go hit him with the follow.
Thank you very much.
And I think Scott really wants to be back on the podcast, so we'll have him on next episode. Jack, do you want to join him?
I mean, I would love to join with Scott. I would love to do a second one with Scott. That'd be great.
Yeah, especially after this. We'll have to
yeah.
see his thoughts. All right. But yeah, next episode we're gonna have Jack and Scott on. Scott's gonna, be Scott. It'll be interesting. And thank you, Jack. And
no problem.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on next episode. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and hope you enjoyed. See you guys.